Hey guys, what's up? My name is Danny Brown, and I actually have no idea if anybody else is ever gonna see this. So, I'm honestly just recording this because I want to document everything. I feel like it's important for me, for myself, to just kind of keep track and document this whole process, this whole everything. So, to start off with, today is December 7th, 2017. 2 days ago was kind of a huge day for me. That was the first time that I ever talked to anyone about how they knew they were trans, just what their thoughts were, and just kind of really taking it seriously. I mean, to start with, it's kind of just like everybody else. Growing up, I didn't even wear a shirt till I was like 5. I didn't feel like all the other little girls. I didn't want to dress like a girl. I hated pink to the point where I would cry. I was always just kind of like a tomboy. That's what I labeled myself as, what everybody else labeled me as. But unlike everybody else, I kind of didn't have a lot of guy friends, honestly. I was really shy. Some of that had to do with the fact that I was younger than everybody else, because I skipped a grade in like second grade, and I have an early birthday, so I was already younger than everybody else. So that was just kind of off-putting. And to be honest, I just wanted to be liked and just kind of fit in. And for the most part, I mean, growing up, I feel like, everyone just kind of did like me, but I never really felt like I connected with anybody. Not to the point where, it was like, oh, you're my best friend and I can literally tell you anything. It was more like being a kid and having a best friend, because everybody was your best friend. But yeah, I mean, it wasn't something that I took seriously. I grew up in a family that's, they raised me in church. I'm in Alabama, it's the Bible Belt. And no offense, and I'm a Christian, so it's not like, I'm not like, oh God, they raised me in church. No, I mean, I'm glad they did. But that being said, it's very conservative down here. And I remember being about 10, or not 10, 12, kind of just around the age of my middle school. I know it's not really everyone else's middle school age, but I was about 10 or 11, and I remember getting my first girl crush. And yeah, I mean, being raised like that, it was like, oh man, like I really feel like in myself, like I'm going to hell because I like girls. And then in high school, I had girlfriends, kept it really low key. I got asked a lot, like, oh, is this your girlfriend? And I was telling the girls, like, look, this is low key. Nobody knows. My family doesn't know. And my senior year, I actually came out towards the end of my senior year to a couple of my really close friends. And then after I graduated, I came out to my parents. That's a story for another day. But so I came out as a lesbian, and I had long hair. I started college. Once I started college, I was at community college, so I still lived with my mom, and I decided to make the decision to cut my hair. That was, at the time, one of the best things that had ever happened to me. I had already started dressing masculine, and I started to feel a little bit more comfortable with myself because of that, but I knew that I wanted to cut my hair, because I'd always wanted to cut my hair. I just wanted to have short hair. So I did, and it was great. I'm glad I did. And since that time, I mean, now I'm a 5th year senior in college, and I've always just been a lesbian with short hair. Hi, Tiny. This is Tiny. It's my cat. But it just kind of wasn't enough. Like, I felt like there was still something missing. And when I found out what transgender was, because I didn't even know it was a thing, it was going through my head a lot. I thought about it a lot, and I kind of started looking at some YouTube videos a little bit, and I even talked to my girlfriend at the time. I was like, yeah, how would you feel about it? And she was super supportive, but I just didn't. I was scared, to be honest, and I don't like change. It was super scary. I felt like I had enough going on in my life with college and just everything else going on, and so I was like, I'm just gonna push this off, and so it kind of went away for a while, and then this year I moved in with TJ, and TJ is my roommate. He is trans. He's FTM, so I was like, wow, like this is new. You know what I'm saying? Because I had never known anybody that was trans, or especially been friends with them or lived with them. So it was different. And 2 days ago, I actually got the balls to just kind of ask him, like, hey, how did you know you were trans? He recently got top surgery, and seeing him walk around the house shirtless makes me jealous. I'm not gonna lie. So just seeing that, starting to have those thoughts again every single day, put it back in my head, and I started to decide that I was going to take it seriously. Yeah, I just asked him how he knew, and we had a heart-to-heart. And like I told him, everything that he was saying, he thought or felt, I thought or felt at some point, and it was a relief, to be honest. Me doubting myself is probably the biggest barrier to overcome in the beginning. And so I made a counseling appointment because UAB has free counseling services, and they have gender identity counselors. So I have my intake appointment to start meeting with them because I wanted to just talk to someone about it, kind of make sense of my feelings and what I think about it. Really, from there, things started happening super quickly. I told my closest friends about the conversations I was having and the thoughts I was having, and they were really supportive. For some reason, I have no balls. I am a total pansy, but for some reason, I was like, you know what? I just want to tell people. I just want to talk to people. So I told a few more friends what I was thinking and where my head's at, and then I was like, you know what? And I told my sister, and my sister and I are close. And finally, I was like, I'm gonna tell my mom. So I don't know why, but I did, and I told her, and she was so supportive. Like, seriously, I couldn't ask for a better group of support, family and friends. Really, I can't tell you guys how thankful I am. And I've come to this place where I know I have a lot to learn to about it in general, about being trans, transitioning, the whole process. I have a lot to learn, but I have come to this headspace where I feel like, I realize that what I see in the mirror is not how I see myself. If I dream about myself, if I am picturing what and who I am in the future, I look like a male. I have a male body, and I really feel like I was born in the wrong body. And I've come to that realization, and it feels good. It really does. So now I've just kind of come to this point where I've got to self-educate. I'm going to counseling. I'm not exactly, it's not like I'm full-fledged going to start T tomorrow, but for the first time, I'm so excited for the future. I know there's going to be a lot of changes, and like I said, I don't like change, but I think I'm ready for this. I know for a fact that the biggest thing that was holding me back was that I was worried about what everybody else would think, worried that I wouldn't get support. I know, you shouldn't care what other people think, make yourself happy, blah, blah, blah. I know that, but you can't lie. I mean, you're going to care what your family thinks, and you're going to care what your friends think, and of course I do, I feel like that's normal. But just knowing that I have their support regardless really, really, really gave me some peace. So I want to move forward, and you know, I guess I just felt like I needed to document this because I am pre-T, and I've already, I've already made this decision that this is where I want to go. I want to start transitioning. I want to start really, really discovering myself, and I don't know every step of the process that I'm gonna take right now, but I feel like that's okay. And the best advice my roommate gave me was to just take my time, not rush it. And I totally agree with him. I mean, that was fantastic advice, and that was a burp. But I need to really make sure this is what I want to do, and I know it is, but it's still a lot to think about, and it's a lot, emotionally, it's a lot on your heart. So I'm really I'm really excited about this, to be completely honest with you. So yeah, this is the first video. I mean, I don't normally record myself, really, because I hate my voice. I wish my voice was deeper. Right now it's actually deeper than it maybe normally is, but that's because it's like morning time, so I just woke up. But yeah, I guess this is just me starting this process, and I'm so excited. But we'll see where it goes. I know that the next step is going to be coming out as trans to everyone. That's a big thing. I mean, actually, I think the first step would be the rest of the people in my life, aka the rest of my family, and then coming out as trans to everyone else. So that's nerve-wracking to think about, but like I said, I'm just stoked for what's to come, and I just want to keep track of it. That's why I'm making this video, because I want to document everything. I'm pre-T, and that's really about it. If you're seeing this, that means I decided to put this out into the public domain, and that is a big deal, so you're welcome. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you're not me and you're watching this, thank you for watching this, because this is a really long, drawn out, probably way more than you even wanted to know video. But like I said, I really just want to do this for myself. If I make the decision to put it out there for other people, then it's just here to help, because I know you just want as many resources as you can get. So there's that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.